What's going on, guys? What's going on, everybody? What's going on? So, will the Fever win the championship this year without Caitlin Clark? Now, the Fever just came off a victory against the Atlanta Dream, and the reason why I want to talk about this is because Caitlin Clark is an amazing WNBA player. And I'm going to go on the record to say that she is an amazing WNBA player, even though she isn't playing this playoff series and not playing in the playoffs. Like, we're seeing the Golden State Valkyries. We're seeing the Atlanta Dream. We're seeing the Mercury. We're seeing the Las Vegas the Aces. We're seeing the Storm. All in the playoffs right now. In the Fever in the playoffs. And if there's some way that the Fever can beat all of these teams and go all the way, like, yes, Caitlin Clark, we can say she makes a difference. But how are you going to beat the Lynx? How are you going to beat the Aces? How are you going to beat the Liberty? Or the Mercury? Or the Storm? If they get there. Like, the Aces, the Fever and me surprised me because basically I thought their season was over. I thought that not having Caitlin Clark healthy, you just didn't have enough. Yes, we can say Kelsey Mitchell, great player, great WNBA player. She can ball. She showed me last night that in that Dream game that she can carry a WNBA team. Elaine Boston showed me that she can carry a WNBA team. The Fever showed me that we can win this game no matter what if they have Caitlin Clark on the court or not. Because we can all point at that Caitlin Clark makes a big difference, a big impact when she's on the court. And when you don't have your star player, like Aja Wilson, like Aja Wilson, like Aja Wilson, like Brianna Stewart, like Chelsea Gray, Alicia Gray. When you don't have those type of players that are honestly saying, hey, we want to win here. Let us play. But you also have other stars, other role players, other players that can step up. And the one thing is that with this team is that they will come back. Like, they're going to come back next season with Caitlin Clark healthy. They're going to come back with Sophie Cunningham probably healthy. Like, this team is so tough. Like, they can win a game here. Like, you can say, if they lose to the Atlanta Dream, if they lose game 3, we can say that at least they tried to win without Caitlin Clark. Because the same thing in the NBA, which I'm about to bring up, when Kevin Durant went down in the NBA, the Warriors tried to win that 2019 finals without him and didn't have enough. That team was great in the NBA, but lost to the Toronto Raptors. But if there's some way that the Warriors could make it to the finals in the NBA in 2019 and try to win a game without Kevin Durant, which he played, I think, game 6 or game 5 that year, Caitlin Clark is still going to cheer her team on if she doesn't play or not. Because when she comes back next season, she's definitely coming back to break more records, to get the Fever back to where they were. Because we know Caitlin Clark brings views to the W. We know that Caitlin Clark brings that type of energy to the Indiana Fever. Yes, the Indiana Fever had to go out and sign every other star player, no imaginable, but here's the thing. If there's some way that they can win a WNBA championship without Caitlin Clark, we cannot point out that this was the only time that Caitlin Clark was injured since college. Okay, this is a groin injury for Caitlin Clark. When you don't have your main pieces, like a Sophie Cunningham, that is very big. When you don't have your main pieces, like a Caitlin Clark, that's really big. Like, last night, Kelchi Mitchell put in 19 points. Elaine Boston put in 10 or 11 last night. And they still beat the Dream. Like, if you're able to say right now that this team is able to beat anybody in the East, anybody in the W, I'm probably right. This team could beat anybody after last night. This Fever team isn't going to back down. They just aren't, because when we see what the Fever are doing, we're saying right now that the Fever, the Valkyries, they have most improved players. The Valkyries has the most improved player. the Valkyries have the coach of the year. But on the other hand, you can say, when we look at these teams, the Aces, the Storm, all of these teams that are in the playoffs, and all of these teams that are playing in the regular season, whenever the regular season is, the Fever can beat them. But they couldn't beat them without Caitlin Clark. Because we know if Caitlin Clark was healthy this playoffs, the Fever would possibly be in the second round right now. But guys, sub if you're new and never give up your dreams. And I hope all of you guys are safe out there. And peace.